Wassail healers and light workers. So I am just clearing the space, and I just want to give you a little introduction to the energy of this Sagittarius new moon. It's a very tense moon. Doesn't mean problematic so much, but Mars and Uranus are in conjunction. One is your root chakra, all your molecules. The other is your consciousness. So Mars is that fiery, angry energy which we need to keep at bay by pulling in more of the Uranus consciousness of Gaia coming through to keep us there. So we need to know what are the messages for the light workers, the healers, the sound healers, the grid workers, all of you people out there that have moved on to an ascension process where you're beginning to get a spiritual understanding. I actually laid out the wrong cards for this because I thought I was doing pagans and shamans up until the point that this reading began. So, I'm getting the sense that as this moon progresses for you, it's going to feel like it gets more and more intense, almost brittle. There's something that needs to be broken. There's an energy that needs to change. That's too many cards. But just like one, please. Overall energy. What is this? What is this brittle, breakable shell? What is this brittle, breakable shell that's going on for light workers? Oh, it's Canonus, life force. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. Watch out, light workers. Whoop, 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 whoop. So, life force. Well, it's a pretty powerful start. Feels like it ought to be shamans and pagans with that one turning up, but it isn't. It's for all you light workers, grid workers, healers. So, let's get this beautiful double deck of Anna Stark cards. And let's see what we've got coming out here. Okay, we've got a couple of cards there. What are the messages for these here? What's all this angry Mars Earth force that's pulling down on us? Okay, we're seeking energy balance, people, and we need to communicate it. Right. We're beginning, that Palo Santo's getting right in me. Channel your knowledge, critical judgment. I don't want to keep repeating the same message of it's time for you to be more critical of the practices that you do. You need to channel new information, and that new information is coming with divine masculine life force. There's a raw masculine hidden right behind it, but this is a gentler form of the energy. You need to have some reflection. Okay, so you need to look back over emotions, your own emotions, so that you can better channel an understanding of what your clients, the earth, if you're working on the grid work, but you need to understand what the people who you are allowing to have energetic flow with you, or the situations, or the places, you need to understand what the intention is, and you need to communicate this with spirit. Okay, so we have card 34 and 37. Spirit is observed limitations. What is limiting you? What are you allowing to hold you back? Okay, and this is heart chakra. So we've got heart chakra and we've got life force. This is Uranus and Mars coming in and changing the flow of things. So we've got spirit messages and we've got communication. This transformative butterfly. This is what you're supposed to be doing. You are supposed to be transforming people to grow into new beings, and your promise to clients is to offer them this divine retreat, and this retreats within them, so that they can begin to find coping mechanisms to create their own energy balance. At the moment, healers, light workers, sound healers, we're trying to create an energy balance in other people rather than guiding them to create their own ability to energy balance. Remember, they always say there are many paths. There's no one right route. Everything we all do always is correct. Even all the dark paths are correct. Source doesn't care. Source just wants to collect information and see how you integrate even those darker moments that you come across into divine love. Okay, so let's just see what other messages are coming through for you about this. Oh, we've got a lot of cards. So, what are you seeking? You're seeking a holy mountain. This is the divine space that you're trying to create. This is a place of energy balance. It's a place where you have reflected, you have done that work, you've channeled new knowledge, new understanding that connects you to life force, so that you can become the holy mountain. Look, you've even got Pachamama as well. Pachamama, she's the divine feminine energy of Mother Nature in combination with Canonos. This is about you creating sacred spaces in which you can exist, in which you can energize, in which you can retreat and communicate with spirit. But it's also about teaching these practices to others. It's not just about personal journeys. Everything is a personal journey. I understand that. But you've got to start helping other people to reach their own personal things. So, we need to, there's two, we've got master numbers coming up here, 44 and 22. We've got the ghost dance and the sacrifice, okay? It's time to sacrifice the repeated patterns of old energy. Energy is changing, energy is reforming. We've got to cut new definitions into things. This ghost dance is family DNA, it's all of that kind of stuff, it's spirit world. We have to disconnect at the moment as healers from the ghost dance. The ghost dance, look, it's being veiled, it's needing to be closed off. We've got to move to newer practices that involve spirit flowing through in a much more balanced way so that you can, because we've got energy balance is the key here to get us to the beauty way. Look, it's almost like above the beauty way is this little energy flying up. Okay, so the beauty way and energy balance is where you're heading. You're meant to be creating a new way, I mean, this is like, I just feel like I'm repeating a lot of information to you at the moment, but maybe we're not hearing it properly. So let's just go to the Impressionist Tarot. It seems to be loving being part of these readings today. That's too many. Let's please have, can we please have some clarifying cards for this reading for all those light workers and healers out there that are going to be channeling a new energy for themselves and their clients. Okay, so we've got justice, balance. It's about balance. Everything's always about balance, I know that, but obviously we're not getting the balance, and there's more balance being offered. More balance between the divine masculine and divine feminine. We've got another card. Balance your soul. This is two figures, your divine masculine, your divine feminine, and they're standing there and they can see the divine masculine and the divine feminine pools of source energy, of divinity, and they're waiting to jump in. And then we also have the Seven of Pentacles. This is about, it's kind of like it's patience. If you want to comb the tangles out of that hair, you really need to be slow and be patient. There are no quick fixes to any of this. You need to work at things. You have been working, but you're not yet seeing the results that you wish to see. Okay? However, there is a big moonful illumination coming. This is a new moon. This is this moon for you. This moon, I was going to say, is not providing you with anything particularly traumatic. And then the Tower came. The Tower is really about when we change things, when we cut away things. This is cutting away at this old connection we have with the past, the DNA of ancestors. We've really all got to start releasing this. We can't hold history as our jailer. We can't allow that to happen. We have to. This is the lovely Six of Swords. This is moving forward, getting into that boat that's down there, just here, getting all the crap emotions out of that vessel, because they're just holding it down. It can't float. Take those emotions out, and then you can sit, because you've fixed your shell, you've fixed your divine masculine molecules so that you can float on the bed, the water of consciousness, to move forwards into something more wonderful. And then you've got the King of Wands, and this is an interesting card, because it's all about passion, it's all about creativity, it's thoughts, it's new ideas, it's all this channeling of new information. But the problem with him is he ain't sharing properly. He's not sharing what's being downloaded. He's holding on to his own holy mountain. He's not, look, he's out on a balcony, he's talking to people, but his true inner self is hidden. Now, don't get me wrong, we all need to have a holy mountain, which we don't take people to. It's our special space. But you can't live in a palace and not let anything in, emotionally or out properly, because you're being given gifts, downloaded gifts. And you need to reflect on this. You really do. You need to reflect. Create your holy mountain, your retreat, but then you need to take that energy out to people. You need to communicate the transformation that you've undergone to help others to find their way of building a transformation. Because look, everyone deserves this energy balance, okay? So, do we have just one last message before I finish for the light workers? Share your knowledge, people. There's new stuff coming down, but you've got to share it. Let's just have one more card, please. One more card to go with that one. We've got to share our information. We've got to be sharing an imbalance. So we've got the Two of Water. This is the Divine Masculine, the Divine Feminine, emotionally stable and swimming in harmony. And then you've got the Eight of Air. Okay? Now, the Eight of Air is when we stop, when we release those thought patterns that hold us back. That reflection, that freedom that we give ourselves when we find balance. But you do have to make sacrifices. Oh, I'm getting one more message. Sorry, people. Sacrifice. You are healers and light workers, and you are teaching people through the energy of the divine masculine life force and the consciousness of the divine feminine. You are teaching people to heal, to make their lives better, to transform, to bring themselves into balance. But you have to ask these people, what are they willing to sacrifice to get their balance, to get their healing, to get their journey towards this holy mountain? What are they willing to let go of? What are they willing to illuminate and seek as a difference? What do they want to sweep from their hair, to untangle from their life that is stopping them from reaching this retreat? And yet, it's gonna feel like a tower moment for them. It's gonna feel like a struggle, but they need so badly to feel the energy of life force supporting them. They need to feel that energy. This divine consciousness is just going to keep flowing in with love, and they've really got to reflect on this, because all this old stuff, all of it needs to be cut away. It's time to move forwards up the river. Become zen with your passions. Find your beauty way. Seek your balance. Seek your balance. Seek your balance. Release the rubbish and communicate with each other this transformative butterfly energy. Okay? I hope that helps you to help you and your clients. Okay? What's that?